Assalamualaikum, Tachahau, எப்படி இருக்கீங்க? வணக்கம்.
Shout out to my guys studying out there. Thank you, YB.
Hello everyone, this is going to be my first ever video. I'm going to try to make it fun and interesting for you guys. But it's going to be a bit hard because I'm going to talk about PTPTN, also known as the National Higher Education Fund Corporation. PTPTN was formed 21 years ago during Tun Mahathir's first reign as Prime Minister. It was set up with an aim of providing education loans for students pursuing their studies at local higher education institutions. So, for students to be eligible for the loan repayment exemption, what do they have to do? Well, they have to be enrolled in a full-term course with first-class honours and must also be credited by the Malaysian Qualification Agency. They must have also completed the studies in a given time. They must have also submitted their application within 12 months from convocation day during the Barisan National Reign in 2017. Almost 500,000 borrowers from PTPTN have not paid a single cent of their loans, which amounted to 2.79 billion ringgit. In the same year, Fatima Lena, a Malaysian woman, took to Facebook when she received an email out of the blue from PTPTN saying that she still has an outstanding payment. She claimed also that she never failed to pay every month. Well, another reply came. She said that she faced the same problem, but she kept the documents as proof. So at this point, PTPTN was facing tremendous amount of pressure from Malaysians. The Pakatan Harapan government, actually then opposition, Pakatan Harapan opposition, former opposition and student organisation carried out demonstrations wanting higher education to be free and wanting to abolish PTPTN as well. Then came 10th of May 2018. The Pakatan Harapan government took office. They faced constant pressure by Malaysians for still not abolishing PTPTN. So now it's time for the boss's entry. One Saiful, one Jan, the chairman of PTPTN, also known as Malaysia's very own Theresa May. Well, entirely because of the fact that he's a person with an impossible job lah. Just like Theresa May, he was also given only one option, which was to make students repay debt. He also made it clear that the aim is born to fail. Well, what happened was they just started looking for ways to solving it lah. Well, basically, proposals presented in the PTPTN website comes from stakeholders and not from PTPTN directly. So what PTPTN did was, they stated what the stakeholders suggested along with PTPTN's assessment of implication for everyone's concern. So I'm going to talk to you about 10 proposals which was made during this time. The first proposal was deferring payments for students earning 2,000 ringgit per month or less. How in the world is this going to solve the non-payment problems for people who's earning more than 2,000 ringgit per month? The next proposal was deferring payments for students earning less than 4,000 per month. Well, by 2040, we would have a debt of more than 100 million ringgit. Will that be okay? To link repayment with salary, a person suggested that people who's earning 8,000 or more per month should pay 15% of their monthly income. The next proposal was by far the funniest. The proposal suggested to rate student salaries. This is potentially illegal. What were they even thinking when they said this? The proposal number 5 was to make students bankrupt if they fall behind on repayments. Well, the only way I could see this being beneficial is through the income from litigation fees lah. The next proposal is restriction or renewal of passports, driving license, business license, and even road tax. You know what is this going to do? This is literally just going to kill graduates, increase illegal road users, public shaming, and this just keeps going on. The next proposal was forcing debt repayments on guarantors, which is most likely their parents, which is most likely not going to allow people to study anymore because they are going to pay a debt which they don't want to pay. They'd rather just have you work. Proposal number 8 was punishing success by denying first-class graduates their loan waiver. Proposal number 9 was punishing universities by denying PTPTN loans if they underperform on national rating system. This brings me to the last proposal, the only one which made some sense. Well, increasing interest rate from 1% to 5%. This would save the government about 1.7 billion, but would students pay 5% when they're not even paying 1%? And the answer is no. Here are a few things that we should know. 68% of PTPTN borrowers were within the bottom 40% income group, which is the B40 group. 49.31% of borrowers are students from private higher learning institutions. I mean, we should not misunderstand this process. It takes public views over this proposal. But I mean, we should just face the truth and stop focusing on trying to create a repayment method and open up the debate to look for sustainable and holistic solutions. During the budget 2019, meaning the last year's budget, to ensure the sustainability of PTPTN, government announced a few initiatives. Number one, the option to repay their loans through deduction of between 2% and 15% from their salary based on their income rate. Number two, borrowers aged above 60 who are earning less than 4,000 a month will be waived. A year later, during the Education Minister's Budget 2020 speech, he said that they're going to abolish PTPTN and replace it with a whole new model. So, will the new model be unsustainable again? So, this is the wrap of the first video of Malaysia Upfront. Before that, go follow Malaysia Upfront on Twitter, Instagram. We're coming to Facebook soon as well. Hopefully by this video we'll be there already. And leave in the comment section on what video you want us to do